Call the meeting to order. And Chris, you want to do your pitch?
Yeah. So we talked, I don't remember if it was the February meeting or the January meeting. We talked about, the idea, brought the community about, having the bridge over by the Conservancy pathway down along the stream there. There's a small bridge, small footbridge, and, there was a lake in, it was Georgia, that did something similar. They called it the Rainbow Bridge, and it was like a memorial location for people who had lost their pets. I don't know if you've lost a pet, but that's something that people say a lot of times. They crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. So Darcy and I were walking our dog there, and we saw that bridge, and we're like, that'd be a really cool idea for this. I mean, it's it's kind of out of the way, a little bit peaceful, and so we pitched the idea at one of our board meetings here about um, we would totally donate all the work and time and materials that would go into it and clean it all up first of all, replace any boards that might need replacing. I think it's in pretty good shape overall though, because we've taken a look at it. But it would need to be washed and painted and maybe put a little placard or sign or something near it. So we've since talked to one of the contractors out here who does a lot of deck cleaning and power washing and stuff, and talked to her about it for a bit, and she said that she would be happy to help with whatever we needed her to do. But then the idea came to us like, all right, well, if we were going to power wash it, for example, is there anywhere where we could hook up into a water source? And this contractor has like 500 feet of hose, so that wouldn't be a problem getting from the source to that area if we were going to use a power washer on it. And if we can't use a power washer, but rather just a regular like garden hose kind of power, there are certain cleaners that are fast acting, and all you really have to do is rinse, and you won't have to do a whole lot more with it. So we want to do that before we actually put any materials on that bridge. So I don't know if there's like the nearest spigot where it would be. Is it over by the maintenance building? Because we also talked to Ken, who has a big tank that they use. They can put water in there. It's like 250 gallons. They can use that, and it's on a trailer, and they could drive the trailer down there. Because I know there's gravel, the gravel path that goes right out over by
Right.
the, so they actually get us close enough with the hose that we have. So I don't know what you guys have any ideas on.
That would probably be a better idea.
Okay.
We have a 400-gallon tank on a trailer, so then they use a pump hooked to that, a gas-powered pump,
Right.
and then you go to your power washer to where it would work to keep pressure to it.
Okay.
And then you could do it that way. Our nearest garden hose is up by our building across the street. That's a long way down that hill to take a hose, but I think you just haul the water and do it that way would work.
Now, and of course, it'd be talking more expense and so forth, but some of these power wash companies have a tank truck.
Oh yeah, they do.
This one does not.
Go
Yeah.
out in rural areas, where water's not available.
This one does not, and we've got a power washer too, so as long as, I mean, if the 250 doesn't have any kind of pump with it, and the pump is needed to be able to provide enough pressure to the power washer, or is it just?
Maybe it doesn't need a pump.
Maybe just gravity will be enough, because the power
Might
washer
be.
provides the
Yeah.
extra power. So.
Sometimes you need that pressure to push it in to keep up, or it starts sucking or loses prime.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we got that pump to build the hook to the tank and do that. We might, because we use the power washer too on a portable tank on a truck to do the pumps at the lift stations.
Okay.
But I'm trying to remember if we just hook direct to that.
If you could look into that for me, just so at least we know all the options, because if it doesn't require a pump at all, then we could probably use the 250 just for the project it is.
I'm pretty sure in my own mind that Michael and Scott can come up with something.
I'm sure they could.
They're pretty nifty.
They'll be excited to do something different. All right. Well, we'll touch base. We don't really have a timeline just yet. We'll probably wait for the weather. Well, it's a nice day now. Wait for the weather to be a little more consistent, where we got a dry patch, so it would have time to dry and all that. But just wanted to kind of catch everybody up as to where we are so far on it. I'm excited.
As far as the board's concerned, we're
good with whatever. Okay. Yep. All right. Great. Thank you. You got any questions or concerns?
Sometimes that old wood, if you get too close with the power washer, you
I know.
can damage it.
Whenever the power, yep.
Blow it apart.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye on that.
I think it's been probably a year and a half since I've been down there and been across that bridge, but I think it's in pretty good
It
shape.
is, I go there quite a bit, and
Yeah,
it's,
it's,
we're gonna go there tomorrow, actually, and take a look, just to
Okay.
touch base with where we are, but I think it'll be fine.
okay,
All
you're,
right.
Good?
you're a committee of one in charge.
All right, I like it like that sometimes. No offense.
Makes it easier.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay. Minutes of the February meeting, which everybody received online.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on.
Let's go first. You can take
Second.
this one.
All in favor?
I never get to move.
You've already got a committee.
Okay, potential property sale of Gettysburg 376.
Tina reached out a month or so ago and was asking about the price, and I told her, 20,000. Kind of fell off communication after that. And she reached back out this week and asked who she needed to speak to about it. And I told her, well, here's the process. We actually have a meeting on Thursday. I'll bring it to their attention. She's like, well, is the price negotiable? I was like, people are more than welcome to come and state their case at a board meeting, but I will let you know, they're not prone to negotiate.
Negotiate.
And she was just like, okay, I appreciate it. I was like, I'll let you know what happens on Thursday. So whether she's really wanting to proceed with it or not, I don't know, but I wanted to get the approval out of the way just in case.
Okay.
We've, just give you some background, we had another person come in and tell us the lot was poor, right, and they wanted a
Mhm.
reduced price, and we just didn't, once we started doing that, we become realtors.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my feeling is we keep it the same.
Market price or your market
Yeah, it's
price,
like-
and that's it.
And
No, I agree.
my understanding is that most of the buildable lots out here that are still available by private owners,
They're going.
that the lots are selling 30, 40,000.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and so
We're already just.
We're already lower than we probably.
the only reason our thinking was at the time to keep it a little less is the fact that you're taking a lot off the market for another house, you know,
Yeah.
and they have to deed them together and
Yeah.
go through all that and,
And it's restricted.
yeah, and it's restricted. So that we give them adjoining property on our little break in a way,
Yeah.
just to keep that property from having another house built on it.
Yeah.
Not hurting us to just keep them anyway.
It's a common question that people are gonna ask, and maybe they're fine with the answer, maybe they're not, but there's probably somebody else that will be fine with it.
And that's why I just tell them, like, you're more than welcome to
Supply
come
and
in
Yeah.
and state your case and try, but
Yeah.
they're not prone to doing that. So just keep that in
Yeah,
mind.
unless it gets to the point where again, where lots are going for 10 and we're at 20. and
Yeah,
just-
yeah,
Yeah, which really, when we did it, we were,
competitive.
yeah, we're probably, like you said, we're probably close to being under again too much.
Yeah.
For the value that it adds, even if it's
Yeah,
not a
we-
buildable lot, because it's like
We,
space.
that had been brought up back a few meetings ago or in the last year that, you know, maybe we ought to raise our price to 25 or.
Yeah.
You know, since,
Yeah, we did, we talked about that.
since most of the lots are selling, but then, you know, I also think the same way. You're selling that lot to that person, but there's a lot of restrictions.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just an open lot on the market. You can do anything you want to.
It's restricted, yeah.
Yeah, and the nice thing is it puts back on the tax roll and the POA gets their money as well.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because POAs get their
right now, they
money
don't get anything.
back,
No.
county tax people get their money back.
One other big thing is the trees.
Yeah, and then the tree.
The
Mhm.
trees
Maintenance,
cost us a lot of money.
Yeah,
There was
becomes
a
their
storm
problem,
came
though.
by, the trees leaning on my house, you gotta cut it down.
Yeah.
Cost us a lot of money.
We don't tell that to everybody, all the things they know.
So we we do wanna sell the lot
Yeah, we do want to sell.
Right.
We just
to
don't-
them, you know, so they can take care of
And yeah, then they got the responsibility of the trees and
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
so forth. But
Yeah, good point.
yeah,
Yep.
It is,
Okay.
I'm surprised that we hadn't had any calls after these last
answer your question.
storms.
I'm cool with it. If you guys could just
Thank you.
make a motion to
Yeah.
approve to sell at the 20 for if she,
Motion to approve to
It's
sell.
my turn.
Oh, my bad. You're right.
Go ahead. I'm glad you get places, but you do so you can get quicker.
Gettysburg 376.
All in favor?
Motion carries. Okay. You're on next.
Okay, Michael and Tina Collins, owner of Gettysburg.
Oh, that was
Okay,
just for,
okay.
that was for 376. They're just the owners of 413.
Yeah,
Oh,
That was just a little tidbit of,
so we know where they're.
Are those lots close to each other?
it's behind and
Okay,
in
so they're
front.
kind of adjoining that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of, I've looked at it and I was like,
Okay.
that would be okay.
No, I-
It wouldn't be bad.
I didn't catch that because the numbers are so far apart.
Yeah,
They're on the back side. I
Yeah.
think it loops around and
okay.
goes in.
Okay, financial report and register of claims.
So the lake income for December, my gosh. February was $93,863.92. Bringing the year to date to $143,310.46. I didn't see anything out of the normal. Tiffany did note on subscriptions, can't remember what number it was. We were over budget, but she mentioned that there was, oh, it's 391 on the back of page 3. There was a purchase made on one of the cards, but it should be getting reimbursed this month. I believe she said that you gents knew about it. Maybe Scott and Michael knew about it.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at something else.
Oh, so sorry.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
The subscriptions, there was a prescription or a subscription paid for on one of the cards, but it should be getting reimbursed this week or this month. Does that sound familiar?
They didn't discuss that with me, no.
Okay. Well, that's all I know about it. We'll pick Michael's brain here in the background.
Yeah, that sure is not much. It's a subscription.
No, it was $737. 600, yeah, 737.
Yeah, both one. I'm not sure what that'd be. I wanted to point out one thing. There's one on here in the register of claims about 8 or 9 down called Southern Water Services. Cause I wasn't sure what that was, but I talked to Scott. Scott found a company to buy pump parts off of that were cheaper. So, you know, it's like, we have nothing to do with water, drinking water. So Southern Water Services, we got a impeller for a Barnes pump there and some seals and stuff. And they were real good to work with. So you may see their name in the future for repair parts.
I like the way that Scott thinks because he thinks our money is just like his own. He tries to save us everything he can by finding different companies that he can purchase equipment off of.
Now he's got all this extra time on his hands. Now he's got.
He's not messing with the stuff, yeah.
There you go, yeah, that's right.
A
Yeah,
new quest. Good job.
yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions on that? Administrative and financial?
Can we motion the claims?
Uh,
Sorry.
oh. Motion to approve. Register of claims.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay. We had 3 new connections, middle of February, bringing our total number to 1,762. The February and March bills were sent out on the 11th. They're due the 15th of April. Pages 7 and 7A are just more updates from Peter King regarding the data centers. I just wanted to put it in there in case some leisure time, some light reading.
This is all the rage, this topic, in a lot of communities.
I know.
Down in the-
Building and building.
Big one, yeah.
A lot of impact to the communities.
So at least he's keeping us up to date on things that may or may not even really be relevant for us. My notes from Tiffany were that AFR was submitted in Gateway on February 21st. And the debt affirmation was submitted in Gateway on February 28th. So pretty light month for us.
Thank you.
All right.
Anybody have any questions? I guess we're up to operational manager.
Okay. Basically what this is a lot of alarms. Normally, you know, everything runs smooth. I don't have much to report on, but this month, because of that rain, those 2 rains we had in a row, big rains and stuff, that's mostly what it is. A lot of this, and sometimes we have a little alarm call outs. I don't put them on there either, but so we decided to put them all on there this time. So Alpha Liberty is the company that performs the annual calibration of our laboratory balances. We have to have that done annually according to our NPDES permit. So on the 21st of February, the alarm for lift station G1 for pump 2 run limit alarm. Scott responded and found rags wrapped around the off float, causing the pumps to not shut off. On 3/2, Michael and Scott removed Myers pump from lift station J4 and installed a new Hydromatic that we had a spare pump for that station. Scott was unable to locate an impeller for that Myers pump since the Myers quit making impellers in 2019. So a new spare Hydromatic pump was ordered for backup at $10,203. We also priced a Myers pump, which was $15,857. So we're not getting it. We got the cheaper one. So that station has all Hydromatic pumps in it. I just wanted to show you the comparison and how much it can vary for the same size pump, you know. The next one, the alarm at lift station M1 for number 2 variable frequency drive failed. Michael responded later that evening and reset. That usually trips when the electric goes out while it's running. Then you gotta go shut it off and turn it back on. It comes right back on. And so since he was already out here, he swung by the plant and checked it out because of all the heavy rain coming down. He opened both small clarifiers up to start receiving flow. We run on just the one big clarifier most of the time because our flow is so low compared to the design of the plant. So we had to open up the other 2. And then we have to make a lot of adjustments to make the flow go in evenly through all 3. And he discussed it with Scott throughout the evening. And he was here till like 4 a.m. And Scott came in around 5. The plant went into storm mode for an hour and 42 minutes. Just prior to that alarm due to the condition, he continued making adjustments to handle the eventual peak flow of 1.6 million gallon a day. The plant's design now is the peak flow design is 3.3 million gallon a day. The 2-day rain total was only 3 inches, but in the wintertime, the water tables or groundwater tables are a lot higher in the wintertime than in the summer. So I always say if you can get a 1-inch rain in the winter, you're going to get flooded about as bad as a 3-inch in July. So that's tells the story, you know. Okay. So there's a lot of water coming in all at once fast. The plant handled it. We just had to make adjustments, and we got some ideas. Whether you're going to one big one and one small clarifier, we need the gate served a certain way. If we're going to 2 small clarifiers and one big, we can have the gate served a different way. The way it takes flow down through the channel or it makes turns and stuff. So he's gonna add an inch and a half to one gate, weld a piece to make that work. It could be easily removed and put back on quickly, and hadn't done that yet. But I had time, but we got to figure out what we need to do to make it easier. So whoever comes, they know what to do. They don't have to stand there and watch it and change the valve, watch it some more. You just flip it in there and you're done.
Okay.
Alarm at lift station G5 for pump 2 failed. Scott found high amps, reversed the pump, brought the amps back to normal. We do that a lot. Alarm at P2, pump 1 failed. Scott found high amps, reversed, did not help. He pulled the pump, removed a large amount of rags. While this lowered the amps back to normal, the overloads continued to trip. He then replaced the overloads for that pump. So we had a set of overloads that's got a wide range of amps that you can adjust up and down for a lot of, that will fit in a lot of different lift stations. So we discovered it that day. It was on the shelf in there. So they're going to order a lot more of those so we can just stay with consistent, the same kind they're got to be all Allen Bradley. They can't be square D, but they'll go into a lot of different ones. So we're going to order more of those too. And then we ordered a spare pump for lift station Patriots Lane 3, which is the big one coming into plant out here. From Strafer Pump, that was $18,245. So, like I told you last month, we like to have one pump backup for the big lift stations. Now we discovered that we got 3 big lift stations that all can use the same pump, so we really only need one. You know, every time as soon as we put that in, we got to get another one back on the shelf because you know. So I think we got one more pump to buy, you know, big expenditure like that, and then we'll be back sitting safe again. So that just gives you an idea how much things can happen
Yeah.
quickly. So we're spending a lot of money on pumps right here early in the year, but it goes in swings. Yeah, you may go a long time with nothing, and then all of a sudden you get 3 at once or something. Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are doing an excellent job of our parts inventory,
Absolutely.
pumps, et cetera, because if you got in a situation where you had to have a pump, I'm sure they're like everything else, they back order.
It takes 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have extra.
If you have one, if you have a spare sitting here on the shelf, you can put it in there. I talked to Scott after I got here today and talked to him about the new truck. And he said they lift some big pumps out and the extra reach and lift that it was really, really working out really well.
And it's got a scale on it too. So when you're lifting it, it'll tell you what the weight is.
Oh, nice.
And it was really close to what the paperwork said that pump weighed.
Yeah.
So it's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And I mentioned it before, but Scott's building, he's fabricating out of metal, these carts that with caster wheels on the bottom, and they have a handle come up so you can push them around the shop. So we're gonna have one for each one and have it labeled and tagged and saying, this pump will fit in these lift stations, and it'll be all back in the back, and you can pull them out, and they'll be, instead of just laying there everywhere and you got to read tags and figure out, step over and try to find the one you want. We got a plan to be a lot more organized in the shop. It's just hard to find time to get it all done, you know?
Especially when you get rains like
Yeah, and then,
I didn't know how much rain they had out here, but I know the lake come back up quick.
it did come up quick.
Sure.
And then April 1st starts ultraviolet light season. So we'll be getting that thing ready to go to, and he's working on a cart to hold those bulbs.
Yeah.
So we got one rack that needs some repairs on it because they got to change some wiring in it. So that's the next thing on the list.
What's ultraviolet season? What's that?
April 1st to October 31st, you disinfect your wastewater, whether you're using chlorine or ultraviolet light. In the winter, you don't have to because the E. coli won't survive in the cold. So they don't make you do anything. When it goes to the creek, it's not going to live. It's going to die anyway.
Oh, okay.
So when we did the plant expansion in this little building and set over here, were chlorine, and we did it with chlorine. Well, chlorine is caustic, and so when we did the expansion, we did away with the chlorine, went to ultraviolet light, so we don't have any exposure with the chlorine on.
Cool.
Not hazardous waste. Like if the chlorine cylinder ever leaked, you're supposed to evacuate like 300 yards downstream of the wind. That'd be really hard to do out here with boats out there and stuff, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they had a problem in Bainbridge and it caused damage to the town, right?
Yeah,
So
Corroded stuff.
it corroded all the electronics inside that building, ate them all up.
Oh my
Cost
gosh.
$100,000 or something.
it's very, 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 very corrosive. The chlorine.
Getting rid of that hazardous is a good thing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really rare that happened, but yeah, it did happen in Bainbridge.
Anyway, when we did the plant expansion, we did away with chlorine, went to the ultraviolet, and that's what that little gray building out there.
It'll glow in the summer.
Huh?
You'll see a little bit of light coming out the bottom.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well,
It's not possible, but you know lights are on.
Okay.
you know, exposure.
Yeah, you
Look
know,
like little blue LED lights around there.
see a little light.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mine will be dark and you'll see a little light on that building.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know this. If you need more inventory, I mean, I'm not opposed to having more inventory if you think it's good to have. I mean,
Yeah.
um,
Proactive and.
yeah, I mean, it's like, we're gonna use it someday and it's not gonna go bad sitting on the shelf, so if you wanna build up more inventory, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got the budget.
But you know what to do. So.
I've been telling them that for years. So
you know,
Especially those big ones, they're just, man, they're.
you don't have much. Yeah. I hate living with one pump.
Right,
Yeah.
that's why I
You
mean,
have big trouble if one pump goes down. You
well,
gotta-
if we were in a situation where you could run to Indianapolis and pick up a pump, you know, and come back, but when you got 6 weeks lead time to a pump, you know, then
yeah, I mean, it's like,
I know,
the way things are going up in price too, it's like,
Yeah.
it's just an investment. I mean, at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you
right.
put it in the bank or whether you buy it now and just
Yeah.
hold it for later.
Yeah, if it's sitting there
And
and
it
it
gives
costs
us a little peace of
18,000, when we get ready to use it, it'll be 25,000.
and then you also don't have the exposure of having one lift station that's down.
And we have no backup, yeah. So anyway, use your judgment, but that's my feeling on it,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the electrical parts and stuff like that, we try to keep extras on the shelf,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And actually,
You did a great
keep one in Scott's truck, one in Mike's truck, and on the shelf. So if you're right there working on it, you got it in your truck, or you can come back and get another one or whatever.
I guess it gives Scott time to competitively shop.
See if you can get a 2-for-1 deal somewhere too.
Yeah.
We don't need it right away. We're just-
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
Dig in.
if they don't get back with it in a
That's what needs
couple hours,
when you have
he's done with them. Somebody else.
What a guy, man.
Okay, public forum, Tom?
Yeah, I was just wondering, I had looked at the website before I came over this morning, if we could catch up on the documentation. I'd just like to see the documentation so I can participate a little bit more informed.
How far behind are we?
Couple months.
Is there a specific type of documentation or just?
You know. That's it, thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Is that all you and Tom?
That's it, thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Chris, hurry.
Okay,
Is it
yeah.
my turn?
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to being,
You know
I'll
what,
second.
we should just go like a whole meeting.
Little.
I believe it's Chris's turn.
Yeah, just, put-
Thanks,
yeah,
Molly.
motion to approve. Motion to adjourn, rather.
Whatever I'm supposed to say
Yes.
now.
I'm signing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thanks, guys.
At the last minute.